Hey yo guys, it's time for the Sacrifice review. Sacrifice was probably the best pay-per-view TNA has put on this year of 2007. So anyway, let's just get into the pay-per-view review. Match number 1 was for the X Division title match. Now when I saw this match was the first match, I was like, well, that's kind of weird that they put one championship match there. But anyway, I went with it. As we know, this match was Black Machismo Jay Lethal Sanjay Dutt versus champion Chris Sabin. The crowd was heavy on Machismo and Sabin. Not a lot of stuff for Sanjay. I thought the match had a great start with Chris Sabin taking the dive and Sanjay pinning him just to see what the Black Machismo Dutt situation would be. There was great teamwork by Dutt and Lethal in the beginning. It had awesome leg scissors by Sanjay. Dutt had a good 619 through the bottom rope, and I thought that was very cool. This match was obviously over with the fans. We had multiple TNA chants. Dutt was on fire in this match. He had a great 450 splash while Lethal was covering Sabin. I think it was that way, yeah. Anyway, Chris Sabin won the match by rolling up Sanjay Dutt, and signifies the Sanjay Dutt heel turn when Kevin Nash came down to break up the little argument they had, and Dutt kicking Nash in the knee. So Sabin wins, and I went 1 for 1 on the first match. Match number 2 was Robert Roode versus Jeff Jarrett. Before the match, we had a great promo by Robert Roode just explaining where Eric Young was and stuff like that. Roode awesome on the mic, as usual. So the match started out great with Jarrett with the pyro going on. I thought that was damn good. It caught me off guard, and I'm a experienced wrestling fan, as you guys know. It had great intensity in the match. Like, it was definitely, you could feel the difference between match 1 and match 2. Like, this was serious and violent. That was just high-flying and anything. You could just feel that in the crowd. Roode nailed himself in the head with the chair. I kind of thought was the dumb moment in the match with the ref and stuff. But and then the match really got good once Miss Brooks got sent back, and Roode nailed Jarrett with the handcuffs and got the victory, and it led to a bit of a beat down on Jarrett. And then Eric Young came out to make the save with Jarrett, and Miss Brooks then came back, and it was a double figure 4 leg lock. This was the theme of the night. Like, there would be beat downs and then saves. I thought there was too many of that in the match, but this was the only one I thought that served a point. We went after that to a promo by Team Cage. Well, 3 of the 4 members of Steiner, Styles, and obviously Christian Cage. The promo was good all around, except especially AJ's part. I enjoyed his promo until, of course, Christian Cage has to ruin it for everyone, making AJ look retarded. Then the third match on the card was Christopher Daniels versus the War Machine Rhino. You know what? This match was a bit of a letdown. I mean, I'm really waiting for Daniels to just boom and go in this match. But in general, he hasn't done that. He hasn't proved anything to me, so I'm a little disappointed there. It was an okay match. I mean, you had Rhino catching Daniels flying through the air and turned into a belly-to-belly suplex. The fans were into it. They weren't into this match because they chanted these two suck together, obviously, because Rhino and Christopher Daniels are phenomenal athletes. At a good pace, but Daniels wins the heel away by hitting Rhino in the head with a bat, and led to a beatdown with Rhino beating down Christopher Daniels and blooding him up, and was going to go for the Rhino driver through the steel chairs, but security breaks it up. Whatever. And that would have been cool. But anyway, and then we go to the first match on the card of Basham and Damaja versus Kip James, as Basham and Damaja beat down BG James before with using their new finisher of brain damage. So anyway, there's not much you can say in this match. It was a complete squash match with Basham and Damaja winning, with Basham hitting the diving headbutt, leads to a beatdown. Lance made the save. Same shit going on, and I'm like on 6. And then the next match, I believe, was the Texas Death Match, baby. Best match on the card. Maybe match of the year. I don't know what can top that. Obviously between Chris Harris and James Storm, great promo by Chris Harris to start it off to signify what AMW meant to him, and then when he came out, he ripped the shirt in half, signifying the split. Oh my god, where do I begin to start with this match? Had a quick, brutal start with them going all hardcore. Then the action goes into the fans, where a lot of beatdowns and stuff. Well, not beatdowns, but like action happened, and Harris sent Storm into the wall, and then it got a lot better. It got more violent. Harris took a dive from the top rope over the guardrail onto Storm and onto some security guards. Like, that was a freaking insane spot. Just gonna be it, and we get more as the match turns around into Storm's favor. He hits Chris Harris in the head, who's upside down on the turnbuckle with the steel chair, busting Harris open. Except I did see him blade, but whatever. The match was just fan-freaking-tastic. Then they brought a table into the match where Chris Harris catapulted James under the table, busting Storm open, and Storm was a bloody mess in that match. Like, oh my god. Fuck. Then we had Eye of the Storm through a table, and Harris kicks out. We had a catatonic on a garbage can, and Storm kicked out. And then we go to the great end to the match where we have Harris spear Storm through the table onto the outside. And the match ended with a beer bottle shot by both, and Harris obviously connected and got the win. I mean, this match was so awesome. I mean, the real ECW could have been proud of that, because that was good wrestling and hardcore action. And even the fans enjoyed that match with the thank you chant. And this was happening during a Sting Daniels thing, which I thought was amazing. That I couldn't even pay attention to that promo. Sting and Daniels thing I'm looking forward to. I was just blown away by that promo, or by that match. Oh my god. Match of the year. I can't believe that. That feud shouldn't happen for, ever. That was it for that feud. Then we had the Daniel Sting promo, was okay. Then we had the 4-way X Division match. Alex Shelley versus Jerry Lynn versus Senshi versus Tiger Mask 4. And I forgot to bring his tights because he was wrestling in some Nike shorts. It was a good start to the match with Jerry Lynn and Senshi, but honestly, this match really couldn't top frickin' the last match, the death match. It was good mat wrestling and high flying. The Tiger, I don't know what was the Tiger suplex off the top, was pretty awesome. And a great cartwheel kicks to Lynn on the top rope by, I believe, Senshi. Shelley and Sabin were... No, wait, I'm sorry. Getting ahead of myself. Jerry Lynn won the match with a roll-up. He rolled through the Hurricane Rana by Shelley, and it led to a beatdown, and Backlund makes the save. Little happened too many times. Then the next match was the 3-way tag title match of LAX versus Tomko and Scott Steiner versus the champions, Team 3D. Now, I really didn't watch. It seemed good. I mean, I was, unfortunately, my bathroom match, which sucked, but it was a good match. I did see the end, however. I saw a great dive by Hernandez, pretty much clearing the ropes and knocking Devon the fuck out. And then we had, oh shit, what did we have? We had the return of Rick Steiner. That was awesome. Then the next match I really don't want to talk about. It's AJ Styles. Not a lot we can say here because, well, they're continuing to make AJ look bad, where AJ has to fake injuries and look like a coward. Pretty much AJ Styles is falling off the face of the earth, and Joe wins with the Kakita clutch. Then we had the main event, the triple threat, Sting versus Angle versus Cage for the NWA World title. Not a lot you could say here. It was a good match, though. We had a pretty much Tower of Doom match, and I'll just go to the finish. The worst finish ever. TNA clearly saw Raw from a couple weeks ago, where the two refs came in. Angle hit the ankle lock, and we have a new world champion in Kurt Angle. But I know for a fact that's how the NWA split's gonna happen, and we're gonna have a King of the Mountain match at Sacrifice, or not King, or Slammiversary. So overall, Sacrifice gets a 7.8. Too many bad finish, but still best pay-per-view TNA has put on. So peace out. I'm the Dirty White Boy. Oh, by the way, add my new MSN. It's on my